Hi everyone, my name is Garrett Simmons, and I'm here with the question of the month for June, and I'm here with the HIV Stops With Me campaign 2025. So, without further ado, let's dig into the question of the month. Everyone has experienced a broken heart at some point in life. Did your HIV diagnosis lead to a heartbreak, or did it stem from a heartbreak? If so, what lesson did you learn? Hmm. Well, I'm gonna go a little deep with this one today and just dig in and be as truthful as I know I can be, living in my truth. For me, it did lead to a heartbreak when I got my HIV diagnosis. Why I say that is because when and before I was diagnosed with HIV, I had met somebody that I was dealing with from Adam for Adam, and we connected and started dating. And my mom thought they wasn't the best person, so she was leery around the person, and she said that she didn't trust them and that she think that I should have left them alone because they may have given me HIV or something that I can't get rid of. And for me, that really stung because I didn't really take that to heat. And I think, you know, that's what happened. I didn't listen. I was young. I thought I was grown and just wanted to do what I wanted to do. And I didn't take the warning to heed. And one day when I went and got tested, and as I did regularly, back then I was young, so we would go to our programs and we would get like mentor cards, and they would give you $15 to $25 for HIV test, and not really having money test done. And when I did go get the HIV test done, and it came back positive, my world sort of crashed. I tried my best to, you know, comfort myself at that moment and think, logical, like, well, how did I get it? Where did I get it from? But I think even at that time, for me, it really didn't even matter. I was grateful to have a great support system at that time, which was one of my closest and dearest friends, Xavier Ford and um, Donald Powell and Tanya Leslie and, Robert Earl from GMAT, Gay Men of African Descent, who, you know, they all talked to me when I was there. And Donald, I remember, had tested me that day and went downstairs to go grab lunch and left me there with Tanya so I can get the test done. And I remember Tanya telling me that my test was positive, and at that moment, I I just lost in my mind. I just went blank. All I could hear was the echo of my mom's voice saying, "Oh, you're gonna get something you can't get rid of," and I think that broke my heart because I let my mom down, and then I didn't even know or begin to know at that beginning of my life that what this meant for me and what would it entail with moving forward. I just knew that I know a couple of things about being HIV positive, but I had no idea that it would happen to me. I used to read about it, I heard about it, still, that was the situation that I was in. What did break my heart also is that when I did find out I was HIV positive and that the person who gave it to me blamed me and said that I gave it to them. When in fact, I always got tested and I wore condoms, and my friends made sure that even though I was young and I was out there going crazy, that I made sure I had those and made sure they drilled it in my head to use them. That very particular time, you know, when we're young and dumb, we think that we're in love, and it's not really love. It's just somebody that wants you to be with them for their own selfish reasons. And um, it tore me apart. I think that part of me thinking that I was in love with somebody who was only in love with the thought of making themselves happy and making other people's lives miserable. And I blame myself for that for a very long time. I don't think I've ever gotten over it. Me and my mom's relationship is good, and we're building, you know, back with each other. Because that for me, I love my mom, and I didn't blame her for it. It wasn't her fault. She didn't go out and do anything to get it, But I kind of felt like she should have made more of a fight for it for me to be safe. But the fate is fate. And this is where I'm at. These are the cards life has dealt me, and I'm living a good life. I'm the CEO of my life. I've come very far from this point. So I think in time, I've been able to mend my heartbreak. And I think, most of us out there who can experience and say that we thought we had love, and some of us ended up in this situation. But I'm a product standing in front of you today, letting you know that it's not your fault. Love yourself. Put all of your intent, all the intention and the love, and build yourself back up. I did, and I would hate to say if I did it, you can do it, because that's not the case. But in yourself, and never give up. Like, life is going to hand you some rough cards as you get older, but just as long as you stay in it, and you're honest with yourself. But that's all for me, and I just want you to know that these are my last words to you. Be kind to yourself.